Over 5,000 exoplanets have been confirmed according to existing observational data. So, are there planets similar to Earth among them? The answer is definitely yes. In fact, among the known exoplanets, there are likely planets with even better conditions than Earth, such as Kepler 442b. Kepler 442b is a super-Earth discovered in the direction of the Lyra constellation. It orbits around a star called Kepler 442 with an orbital period of about 112 Earth days. That is, 1 year on this planet is 112 days in terms of Earth time. Let's discuss why Kepler 442b is likely to have better conditions than Earth, and whether it is feasible for humans to migrate there in the future. It should be known that not every star is suitable for life. On one hand, stars that are too massive are unsuitable because more massive stars have more vigorous nuclear fusion reactions inside, and thus shorter lifespans. Those extremely massive stars not only have short lifespans, but their tremendous supernova explosions at the end of their lives can be devastating to nearby planets. On the other hand, stars cannot be too small in mass either. This is because small mass stars emit weak energy, so their habitable zones would be too close to the star. Planets in such close orbits can become tidally locked to the star. Moreover, weak nuclear fusion inside small mass stars cannot form a radiation zone to separate the inner and outer layers. This allows direct convection between the layers, leading to unstable stellar surface activities with frequent enormous flares, which are detrimental to life. Therefore, a star suitable for life can be neither too massive nor too small like our Sun. However, you may not know that among known stellar types, the most suitable for life is not yellow dwarfs like our Sun, but orange dwarfs with masses between yellow and red dwarfs. This is because orange dwarfs have longer lifespans than yellow dwarfs, more stable surface activities than small red dwarfs, and most importantly, planets in their habitable zones are almost never tidally locked. In fact, Kepler 442, the host star of Kepler 442b, is an orange dwarf. Its mass is about 0.61 solar masses and radius about 0.6 solar radii. Being less massive than our Sun, it has a much longer lifespan than the Sun. Scientists estimate it to be 34 billion years, but its current age is only 2.9 billion years. In comparison, the Sun's lifespan is about 10 billion years, and its current age is 4.6 billion years. Clearly, Kepler 442b has a superior host star over Earth. Now let's look at its own conditions. Observations show Kepler 442b has a radius of about 0.34 Earth radii and a mass of about 2.36 Earth masses. That's why it's called a super-Earth. Scientists believe with similar rock compositions to Earth, its gravity would be about 30% stronger than Earth's. This means the planet's surface area is much larger than Earth's, but with smaller elevations. So unlike Earth, its land distribution would be fragmented instead of concentrated. This allows warm and moist air from the oceans to easily reach land areas. As a result, inhospitable areas like deserts would be extremely small or non-existent. Of course, a prerequisite for oceans is the planet must be in the habitable zone of its host star. Observations show Kepler 442b is about 0.409 astronomical units from its star. In our solar system, this would be too close to the Sun, but since Kepler 4a42 is a smaller orange dwarf emitting less light and heat than our Sun, this distance happens to be in the habitable zone. Scientists estimate Kepler 442b's average temperatures range between 40 degrees C and 40 degrees C, depending mainly on its atmosphere. With an atmosphere similar to Earth's, its surface temperature would be very suitable for life. In summary, Kepler 442b is an Earth-like habitable planet, likely with an even better host star lifespan and possibly more extensive regions suitable for life than Earth. That's why it's considered a planet with potentially superior conditions to Earth. So, is it feasible for humans to migrate to this super-Earth in the future? Observations show Kepler 442b is about 1,200 light-years away from us. Clearly, with our current technology, crossing such a vast distance is impossible. However, we shouldn't be too disappointed. After all, the human dream is among the stars. In the long run, with continuing technological advances, conquering 1,200 light-years may not be completely impossible for humans. For example, theoretically the Alcubierre drive could achieve faster-than-light travel by altering the space-time in front of and behind the spaceship without violating relativity. Or even without superluminal technology, future humans could complete interstellar travel over immense distances using generation ships. A generation ship is a gigantic spaceship with highly reliable ecological recycling systems capable of sustaining tens of thousands of people or more, massive redundancies in supplies and equipment, and the ability to continually collect usable matter from space for replenishment and self-maintenance, enabling 100% self-sufficiency during deep space travel. This allows humans to live generation after generation on the ship while steadily advancing towards the destination. With such ships, even at speeds much lower than light speed, humans could eventually reach destinations light-years away through long periods of interstellar travel, conquering distance through time, so to speak. In short, while migrating to Kepler 442b is impossible with today's technology, with continuing advances it may become feasible in humanity's future through methods like generation ships. The human dream is indeed among the stars.